Most industries have been completely transformed by technology in the last 20 years. Think about how you shop. Think about how you bank and think about how you communicate. There was a time when no one would have dared imagine buying shoes online, right? Zappos changed that and then it became Amazon, end of the story. But if you walked into a construction site today, it would look almost identical to one from 50 years ago. Are those methods outdated? Is there a better way? Let's dig into it. Today I'm gonna walk you through 5 alternative building methods that companies are actually using to make homeownership more affordable. I'm gonna cover each one of them. I'm gonna give you the pros and cons, and then I'm gonna tell you which one I think is, above all of them, the winner. And I've put together a free PDF guide that breaks it all down. It's an infographic, so click the link below. It's free. Let me help you master this information. One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Method number 1, 3D printing. You've probably seen the headlines about 3D printed homes. A large robotic arm moves along a track and basically it pastes a concrete material layer by layer, forms a wall, and basically it can reduce labor significantly, it can build walls faster, and these machines look cool, but not everyone likes the finished product. Let's talk cost though. Companies like Icon have built homes in the $300,000 to $500,000 range for a modest single-family home. But remember, the printing only covers the walls and the structure. Roofing, plumbing, electrical, all the finishes, those still have to be done the traditional way. So 3D printed homes, really cool, but they're not cheaper right now. They're roughly comparable to or even more expensive than a traditionally built home in most markets. Method 2, panelized home construction. This simply means that walls, floors, and roof panels are built inside a factory and then they're shipped to the job site and then assembled. The controlled environment means less waste, better precision, on-site framing that normally takes weeks can now happen in a matter of days. The downside is that it still uses wood framing, which can burn or rot. And so if panels also have to travel far, shipping costs can definitely eat into those savings. And contractors will tell you that if the job site doesn't match the plans perfectly, you got to get creative on how to make those panels fit. The panelized package itself, just the factory built wall and roof panels, they typically run between $150 to $250 per square foot, which puts a 2,000 or 2,500 square foot home in that $300,000 to $550,000 range. The savings over traditional stick built, they're modest, maybe 10 to 15% cheaper, but it could even be $20,000 or $40,000 more. And I hate to break your heart, but the question that you really got to ask right now is if the builder is going to pass on those savings or use them to increase their personal margin, basically line their pockets. Here's the third method, prefab and tiny homes. Prefab basically takes the factory idea even further because these are fully or nearly finished homes inside a factory environment and then basically delivered to your lot. Tiny homes, same thing. They're capsule style houses that fall into this category. Costs can be way lower and build times can be faster as an option, but zoning laws often won't allow them. Traditional mortgages are basically hard to get on them, but most of these options require the homeowner to downsize. So it's a lifestyle shift. And that's gotta be America's least favorite word. The cost analysis on these is pretty clear. They are definitely cheaper, but you have to sacrifice a lot to live in one of them. Okay, method number 4, Crete and Hempcrete. Crete is concrete mixed with a foaming agent that creates millions of tiny air bubbles. It's lightweight, it's a great insulator, and Hempcrete uses hemp fiber mixed with lime. It's carbon negative, fire resistant, and bugs won't touch it. Both sound incredible on paper, but neither is widely available. Most contractors have never worked with that material, and Hempcrete isn't strong enough to actually be load-bearing all on its own. So you still need structure around to frame around it to basically make it work, but these are out there. Now, Crete has some savings potential. When it comes to energy efficiency, it's actually amazing. Some people have reported saving $500 to $1,500 a year on energy bills. Hempcrete is actually the more expensive than traditional building, but the appeal is almost entirely environmental, not really financial. Which brings us to the 5th method, light gauge steel framing. This one is for sure my favorite, and here's why. Instead of ordering a lumber package and then cutting it to size and building a house out of it, you have computer-controlled machines that take flat rolls of steel and then form them into the precise size of the studs, the trusses, the floor joists. Everything arrives, and then it's partially panelized in a factory, and then it is sent to you like an erector kit. everything arrives on site with printed labels and basically ready to be assembled. There's no cutting, there's no waste, there's no guesswork, which is why a full framing package that takes weeks in wood can literally be done in just a couple of days in steel. Steel, by the way, doesn't burn, doesn't rot, it's recycled, it doesn't attract termites. A framing package that would cost you $100,000 in wood runs maybe $60,000 in steel. And insurance companies love it because homeowners can save another $50,000 in premiums over the next decade. Now, after seeing how well the housing market has embraced this method in Australia, with over 50% of all homes being built now out of steel instead of wood, it's also now been adopted in Europe, and it's really just a matter of time before it really hits America really big. However, it is here and they've started using it. It saves money, it has real benefits, and I've actually seen this one done in person, and I'm just telling you, it's impressive. So think about the opportunity to get into a home with a new alternative method that might be the same cost or cheaper, but a superior, stronger product that ensures at potentially half the cost. It's a really big deal. Now here's the quick takeaway. 3D printing, panelized, and prefab all save time, but they don't solve the material problem. Crete and Hempcrete are promising, but they're too niche for most builders right now. Light gauge steel, it's the only method that is faster, cheaper, more durable, and actually available at scale today. So if you're building a home or you're investing in real estate, this one is definitely worth paying attention to. And I've got a free PDF in the description that breaks visually down exactly what it is, how it works, all the savings, so that you can start tackling real estate